Electricity is the lifeblood of our homes. The way we get electricity is through outlets. And when they work well, life is a lot easier. But when they don't, it's not only annoying, it can be dangerous as well. So when an outlet malfunctions, don't panic and don't call an electrician just yet. They'll charge up to $150 for a simple job that takes less than an hour. So to avoid that, let me show you how to change out an outlet. You may just want to replace an outlet as an upgrade from an older style. So let's do this. All right, we just need a couple of tools for this job. I've got an outlet tester, a couple of screwdrivers, and we may need some wire cutters. So this is my outlet tester. It has 3 lights on it. So it has an index here indicating the different kinds of problems you can have, and the bottom one is the correct wiring. These 2 right side lights will light up. Let's plug it in and see. The 2 right lights are on, indicating everything is wired up correct. I just need to go down to the electrical panel and turn off the breaker for this circuit. I'm at my main electrical panel, and I'm going to turn the kitchen outlets off. There's my breaker. I just turn the switch off. Now I'm going to go back up and do my work. All my lights are off. Let's check both. We're safe now. There's no electricity present, and it's time to change out our outlet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my flathead screwdriver. I am going to unscrew the faceplate. And set that aside. Now I've got 2 Phillips heads right here. And I just want to point out something. We have a tile surface that's been put on. So these screws that I'm going to take out, I need to use for my new outlet because they're longer, because the tile sticks out further. So let's remove those and save them. Once I've got these off, I'm going to set them aside. Now we just pull the outlet straight out, and there should be slack on these wires. Okay, here's what we've got. We have 3 conductors. We've got our power coming in on the right side. We've got our neutral on the left side and also the ground. This is always how an outlet will be wired. So some of the common problems we would have maybe seen on the outlet tester is maybe this ground was disconnected. Maybe the neutral is disconnected. They could have been switched here, the black and the red. So all we need to do here is unscrew these 3 wires. We're going to use those same 3 wires to connect in the same position to our new outlet. The black's going to go here, the white's going to go here, and the green is going to go here. Let's take the old one off. Our new one with the modern style and the correct color is going to look great against our new tile backsplash. I'm getting the ground, disconnecting that. It's got a little hook on it, so it fits right in there. We'll be screwing it in clockwise so that hook assists us in that fashion. Now there's also 2 kinds of connections you're going to see on the outlet. You can attach it with this screw, or you'll see ones where it's slipped in, like right here. So for this kind of slip-in connector, I just need to take a tiny screwdriver, insert it there, push it in to release the mechanism, and then I can pull that wire out. You can attach these either way, from this slip-in location or the screw. It doesn't matter, they're all connected behind the scenes. So I put the pressure in there and this pops out. This is my old one, I'm going to set it aside. I got my 3 conductors. Okay, so this wire broke off. So what we need to do is we're going to take our wire cutters. We're going to go back about 5/8 of an inch. We're going to apply a slight pressure, and we're going to rotate it around to complete the cut. Don't press too hard or you will cut through our wire. Then you got to cut it back further again. So I'm just going to put some pressure on my thumb here, and it should just pop right off. Okay, now we got a good exposed piece of wire there. I've got my hook connection here, which I'm going to need for the ground. The black can either slide in or I can use the screws. We're ready to go. Here's our hot wire, goes on the right side. Our neutral goes on the left side, and also the ground. Neutral, hot. So we're going to use the quick slip-in connectors. Let me get the ground on first, because once I get these 2 in, I might be fighting myself on this ground. I'm going to leave the hook that was already there. Move that out of the way. I'm going to slip it in. Now it's in there. Now you notice, as we screw it in clockwise, it's not going to force it back out. It actually draws it in. So I tighten that up. You want to get this ground nice and tight. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Or you can say counterclockwise loosen, clockwise is tightening. So we're tightening, we're rotating clockwise. We're tightening this down real good. You want these electrical connections to be nice and firm and solid. Okay. Now, I just look underneath here. I have a slide-in slot here and up here. They're identical. These are also identical. It's what if you want to carry the circuit on down to another outlet, this is the end of the line for this one. I simply slide it in there and push it down, and it's locked in. Couldn't be easier. Same thing with the black. I slide it in, and it locks itself down. These are Alumicon connectors because we have aluminum wiring behind here, and it has to be copper by the time it gets to the outlet. So we got to move those back in also. Get them in there. You just push everything back in there, orient your new outlet correctly, and push it in. So your new outlet is going to come with its own screws, and they work great. In our case, we brought out the surface here by adding new tile, so we're going to need longer screws. Let's get these out. I've got some longer screws here. I'm going to line it up, and I'm going to get them started into the box that holds the wiring for the outlet. Let's do one at a time. I'm leaving it a little loose here still. I got the bottom one. I line it up. Get my screwdriver and screw it in. And we're going to leave it just a little loose. I want to talk about a couple more important things. These screws that are on each side, we need to make sure they're clear of anything such as our tile or the box inside or any other wires. If that's the case, your outlet will short out. Our alignment looks good all the way around. I'm going to tighten it all the way up. Notice these screws go in a little slot. There's a little bit of play in there. I'll show you how that works. So once you get it just right, you tighten it in there. You still have a little adjustability with this outlet to make sure it's nice and straight. Especially with the tile, you're going to see that. So that looks good right there. Let's just cinch it down. You have to make sure your opening is right and these ears stick out on the outside of your surface. That gives you something to screw against and holds it firmly in place. It's good. All our connectors look great inside there. All we do, we take our cover plate, we take our flathead screwdriver, and we just screw them back in. Get the top one. We've got it all installed now. I'm going to go down to the electrical panel and turn that breaker back on. All right, let's turn that breaker back on. I just flip it over. Let's get back to work. Okay, breaker's back on. Let's test it. I'm putting back in my outlet tester, and we've got the two proper lights lit. Let's check the top side. Same thing. Now, if you use a lot of electricity, outlets are going to blow from time to time. But it shouldn't cost the price of a family grocery bill to fix it. That's why knowing simple skills are so important, because electricity isn't going away soon.